EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's do this.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready up.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, Dave.
Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Let's go.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
At the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
218, chopper.
Back.
Go. Motion. 5.
Off play action. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, here we go.
Now.
Here they come.
Throwing again. Herbert. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Come on,
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
53's the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Check. Hey, Haywood.
Let's go.
Check, go.
Mike, number
Looking
53.
to throw on
Mike,
2nd
53.
down. Herbert.
All day, punk.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. That's going to be caught.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Let's go. 30 base.
Going 58's the mic.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Great touchdown.
From 3 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. Set. 70 Indy.
Ready?
Alpha.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's
Hot.
Now Baker throwing on first down.
They're not ready for this. They still
The
playing
completion
soccer.
good. This is Eric Ebron.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Ooh.
5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step in.
Check 13. Check 13.
Baker off the play fake.
Go Chad.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, O-line.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Come on.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Hey, they scared. They scared. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Leo, we go.
Here we go. Shift.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun, Baker. And he's got his target. That's more. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Ready.
59's Mike.
60
59's Mike.
outlaw.
59. Check.
Ready. Mike.
Baker
Mike,
now
59.
operating from the
Squish,
gun.
double.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. 5-4.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
It's not often that we see big plays
That's us.
end in disaster.
All
And
right,
we just
baby,
absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you when you're down near the goal line like like that on a big play? Do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now this throw caught left side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Go!
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 49 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Alert. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, Alpha.
Set the tone, defense.
Hey.
Tone, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Hot route. Hot, hot.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 3-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, Frank. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get it.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Run, 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 run!
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also get 2 and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Let's go now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a first and 10 now out past the 20.
Get in there. Ready.
Here's Baker. Off play action. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
That
up.
one goes for 24 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
The leg. Get there. Get
He's
there.
got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Colts.
Let's
So
go.
a
Let's
first
go.
and
Let's
10
go.
now in
Mike,
Denver
44.
territory
Let's go,
at the
defense.
35-yard
It's our
line.
time. Hunt up.
Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On a jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Lay down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Broncos' 36-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 5'9". Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Baker. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to
That's
Fred
all
Warner.
day.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on
know he
third
ain't
and
got it.
long.
Check 31.
See it.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Looking to throw. Baker. And the pressure gets to him again.
You better be ready
I'm starting to
next
feel
time.
for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Broncos take over first
Let's go,
and
fellas.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
So one
Set.
play, and they're
60
already
out,
just
ball.
shy of midfield.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go!
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Here we go!
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
High 7.
58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Big grip. Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Yo, go. Go.
D-line, get that quarterback.
58's the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm coming.
Say go.
To throw again, Herbert going for the deep ball. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good job.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Hey, I'm coming.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Mike's 59.
He don't know no better.
To throw is Baker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
It's a party now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bandit.
25.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on second change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
Come on,
They
set.
head to the line
70,
facing a
Indy.
3rd and 7
Double
following the
dog,
incompletion
double dog.
on
That's the
2nd
way.
down.
Smooth. Right up.
From the gun, Herbert. He completes this to Sutton. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip right.
61. Matchbox lights.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Watch the pass.
Get it.
Off play action. Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
I got you, boy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
Mike, 58
And isn't
right
100
there.
the magic number
Watch the
for a
screen,
really
watch the
good game
screen.
for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Mike, pick it up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, a run with
Run
Lindsey.
to the ball. Fly to the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Go now.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready. 50. Plant.
58's the Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
Operating from the gun. Herbert to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Topper! Hey, Echo! Now!
He's a Mike. Going 58's the Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now!
2nd and 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Way to go.
From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds here on
Come
the
on,
return.
baby. Let's go.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The Colts come to the line,
Mike,
ready to
45.
start their next drive.
Here we go,
Already
D.
down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone.
Baby, let's go.
You know what's interesting?
Let's go.
A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready, break.
The Broncos onto
Hey, we
the
got
field,
Mike,
ready to
number
start their
53,
next
Mike,
drive.
53.
Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We're going 4 verticals because
Let's go,
why
baby.
not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Colts come to the line,
Mike,
ready to start their next drive. They
I'm gonna
come
come
out
back to
here
you.
with a
I'm gonna
0
come back to
on
you.
the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. Here we go.
There, right
90.
there.
Wolf. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Now Baker from the gun, he'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
Here we go.
They'll be
Here we go.
glaring at him. How'd you not
Here we go.
score?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Go.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Ball.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check!
On 4th down, Herbert. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go!
Ready, set.
Mike, 59 is Mike. Check, 59. It's just me and you.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Lucky. Ready.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Let's go.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
I got one.
Mike, check. 59.
Gone. Trying to collect.
Baker operating from the gun. Catch made here by Campbell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Yeah, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Let's go.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. Back to throw. Baker. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4.
That's how we
Sack
do it,
number
baby.
4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Baby, come on, let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
17-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Pop. Dog.
6 guy.
Haywood.
Guy.
From the gun, Baker. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Sack City.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here we go.
That'll be
Here we
put
go.
in the books as a
Here we go.
53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
X3. 218, chopper. Hit it.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way
They
home
can't
for a
see
Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it
right
normally
there.
is.
54 Mike.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Echo.
Baker now on 3rd down.
54.
Let's go, D.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding
Come
right
on,
here.
Set. 60 yards.
Mike. I'm coming.
Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Let's do this.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Ready, set.
The mic. 53 is the mic.
Who that? Who that?
Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Yeah, score.
From 8 yards
Touchdown.
out.
Touchdown,
And the
baby,
Broncos
yeah.
use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Blue deck.
Here's Baker throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Good job. Good job, baby.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Come on, QB, come on.
58. 58 mic.
Looking to throw.
Hey, watch the slant.
Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete.
It's
A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Ready,
This
ready.
quarterback now
18 Gators.
6 for 6
Let's go,
since coming
defense. Let's get
back
out
out
the
of the
field,
locker
defense.
room. It's 1st and 10.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
Now.
Get in the weight room.
Back to throw.
Get in the weight room.
Herbert. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one nearly 30 yards,
got
29
this.
officially. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On the ready.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here
Yep.
we go.
Yes, yes.
It's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
General West.
Pick your
Hey,
game.
hey. Big River, Big River.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Get ready, get ready.
11 more
get
on
ready.
that one and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Go.
On first and 10, Herbert. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Sack. Got him.
Jordan
Let's
Willis.
Go, boys. Let's go.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready?
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Going 58 to the mic.
Man, that's
True.
That's trash.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
Shoot.
We got
Off the
this,
play
we got
fake. Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Hey, let's
And
get
let's
that ball,
face
Gino.
it, this
Let's get that ball
drive
right
is not
here.
going to have any
Jim,
bearing on this
Jim,
game, but
lock it, Jim.
it's kind of
Tight
important for
dog,
one
tight dog,
reason,
tight
isn't
dog.
it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
Play
And
to
he
win.
gets this one
Let's
just shy
go.
of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw is Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I
Strip
didn't
that
worry
ball.
about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 8, read.
Check.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them
Look at
down.
me. Zipper. Hit it.
Again, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 11. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
Okay, just like that.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'm going to hit
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 24. Check
61. Matchbox lights.
44. Mike, 44.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey!
Motion.
They'll go again to Jones.
Let's go. Come on.
And they are
Run
going to
the ball.
score
We got a runner.
again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yeah, good job, O.
So another score there.
That's the way to
Often
make
you
it spin,
talk
baby.
about the
That's the way
3
to make it
phases
spin.
of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts
Mike,
come to the
54's
line
Mike.
ready to
Check,
start
watch
their next
54, watch
drive.
54.
They are just obviously
let's
getting
get
shellacked
this.
here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
31-yard line.
Set hut.
Mike,
50. Plant.
5-4.
Drop deep. Delta. Rocket.
Right there.
Hut, hut.
Right there.
Now
54
Baker
Mike.
to throw
Hey, we
on
gotta get to the
second
ball,
down.
G. We gotta get to the
Nowhere
ball.
to
Let's keep
escape,
moving.
and he goes down.
80 weapon. Ready, go.
Baker off the play fake.
They can't stop me out
And
here.
he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Let's go now. Mike is 59. Reed. Mike to 59.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.